Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Our chosen paths. The Kingdom Army has captured Fort Merceus. Managing troops from the now stable Western Kingdom and former Alliance territory, the Kingdom Army returns to Garreg Mach to regroup and reorganize its forces. With sufficient might to challenge the Empire, the Kingdom Army finalizes their plans to march on Enbarr, the Imperial capital.
Ah, there you are. His Highness was looking for you.
Oh, well, where is he, Gilbert?
He's gone ahead and started interrogating the prisoner, Viscount Kleiman's man. He said he'd like for you and I to be present as well. Will you come with me?
Alright, well, it makes sense that the protagonist and the,
I cannot overlook your reckless remarks. Are you really so keen to lose your head?
I only did what I believed was right. I swear to the goddess that I'm not lying. Amidst the turmoil of the tragedy, Lady Patricia was supposed to be the only one who was unharmed. We had been given orders ahead of time to not approach her carriage.
Was Patricia an accomplice? We learned that, didn't we? Sort of.
Of course not. What would my stepmother have had to gain from such a... Perhaps Lady Patricia would have done anything to return to the Empire. To her husband and daughter. What exactly are you implying? For the past few months, I've been spying on lords who defected to the Empire in order to investigate rumors about Lady Patricia. Cornelia's words were true. The two of them, I am afraid they conspired together after all. Enough of this nonsense! You say she wished to return home? That isn't nearly enough reason to cause such a tragedy. I do not intend to imply that the two of them were solely responsible for the whole affair. They were likely nobles who opposed the king, or potentially someone who wanted to throw the kingdom into chaos. The Empire, and people like Solon and Kranya had their motives too. So my stepmother joined with them to cause the tragedy. Is that what you believe? Ultimately, this is just conjecture based on the evidence at hand. I have no idea what their true intentions were. I see. We will hear what this man has to say. For now.
My lord had long felt that King Lambert's radical ways were dangerous. At the time, he was approached with an offer to take part in the incident at Duscur. My lord loves his homeland. To me, he embodied justice. We were only doing what we thought was right.
And so, in the name of justice, he caused massacre upon massacre out of love for his homeland. You murdered your own king, killed our soldiers, and involved innocent citizens. And yet you have the gall to speak of justice!
I am only standing before you now, because I could no longer bear the weight of my sins.
Well, does that mean you regret your actions, my dude?
No. I accept your hatred, and even the punishment of death. But I still believe it was a massacre in the name of justice.
Gilbert, lock this man in his cell. Are you not going to kill him? I will make that decision once I have had time to consider this man's definition of justice. Yes, Your Highness.
Alright, so let's take a moment to realize here that all we know about this guy's justice is King Lambert wanted to make peace with Duscur? Like, I'm pretty sure that's all it is. Like, that's... those are the radical ways of King Lambert. What exactly does Dimitri need to consider?
No, I cannot say that I am. Tell
Fair
me,
enough.
Professor, how well do you remember your father, Gerald?
I guess very well would be a good answer.
Soon enough, you will come to understand how painful it is to forget the faces of those who have passed on.
Oh,
To be honest, I cannot really remember my stepmother's... that woman's smile, nor the sound of her voice. I always told myself that I would not allow my mind to forget, and yet, all I can recall with clarity is her gazing away, so forlorn. Did my stepmother wish to go home so badly that she would kill Father and me? Kill her false family? Home, to her own blood. Her true family.
There's no way to know for sure, because, she is Lady not appearing in this game.
I suppose it doesn't make any difference now. I am asking you questions you could not possibly know the answer to. I am finished with thoughts like that. I am finally able to go on living without clinging to hate. If I truly treasure those who have died, then I must earnestly atone for my sins. Father, Glenn, all of the soldiers who have fallen, the people of Duscur who still suffer persecution. The only atonement I can offer them now is to take responsibility for this broken kingdom that has been entrusted to me.
Yeah, take responsibility for the kingdom.
That's why I feel that I must meet with Edelgard and try to talk to her. Do you think it is a fool's errand? Honestly, I think so too. But I must swallow my feelings and grudges, our whole history really, and ask her about this future that she sees. What she aims for once her domination is complete. What kind of justice she clings to as she fights. And why she felt it necessary to start this war. I believe that asking her these things is the true responsibility I have been tasked with as king.
Oh, how will you accomplish that?
We will march our troops to the Imperial capital. But before any battle begins, we will set up camp nearby and send a messenger. I will tell her that I need to speak with her in a safe place, without any weapons or troops. As to whether or not she will agree to my request, well, that rests solely on Edelgard.
I'm sure she'll agree.
I would like to believe that as well. You know, Professor, when we fought in Ferdiad, Cornelia mocked me and called me pitiful. But even if it is true that my stepmother never loved me, I am not to be pitied. After all, I have allies and dear friends who care for me. And now, I also have you by my side.
Oh, all right. What we're looking at here. This is going to be the final chance to explore, so I kind of want to make the most of it.
Hey!
Thanks, buddy. Leave it at that.
Please, let me consider.
Gilbert.
It matters not how just our cause may be. In the end, war is nothing more than organized murder. I understand the desire to reach a conclusion, but we mustn't overlook the sins inherent in our deeds.
I understand, of course.
Sorry. I have a tendency to preach. We have lost so much, and in return, we have taken much from our enemies. I pray we can put an end to this cycle of violence.
Yeah, that would be good.
I have
What's
a
this
request.
quest? No, I don't actually want to do that. Get it. I'd rather keep my arcane crystals.
I believe in you, but please ensure that His Highness survives as well. Fodlan's future would be in peril if we lost him. I would not be able to go on.
Oh, leave it to
Thank
me.
you.
With these answers that are basically the same, but only one of them is actually good. Come on.
Our next battlefield will be the Imperial capital. There will be no turning back. If you have any unfinished business here, you had best settle it before we depart.
Oh, me.
I knew I could count on you. Good luck.
Okay, so leave it to me is good enough for Dedu, but not for Dimitri. But at least those answers were different. Let's play counselor for a bit. Dream of becoming a proper knight. Well, that's gotta be... Right? Eat, train, study, sleep, repeat? Oh no, that's Ash. Right, the other guy who wants to be a knight. Catherine. Right out in front.
Come to think of it, looks like we're nearing the end of this struggle. I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her.
Yeah, she is.
I was just kidding. Pay me no mind. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know. No matter how much I might wish she were. She's waiting for you.
Okay, yeah. That's... Sorry, Catherine. I know how much she means to you.
Professor! Here we are, facing the final battle with the Empire. It's been a long, difficult struggle. We have to get Lady Rhea back. And we have to crush the Empire in the name of Captain Gerald. He's watching over us now, protecting us. I know he is.
Yeah, he is.
So,
That is.
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. I wonder if she can sense us coming. The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be at our best for what is to come.
Right, Cinnamon in his office. What a surprise.
Enbarr streets are paved with unhappy memories, Professor. I've avoided the damned place ever since I abandoned my nobility, swore never to return. Now here we are. To return in this manner. Well, I can't say it is something I ever imagined, especially as I'm returning to end the Empire. What a strange feeling, breaking one's history.
Alright, who else? Blaine and Manuela, what do you got for me?
Way. Life can be tough, you know. But if you've got your friends to help you through, it can be a lot easier. Maybe you butt heads sometimes, but that's okay. That's how you build bonds, right? And I've got friends, Professor, plenty of those. It's true love that seems to have passed me by.
There's still hope.
But where is my true love to be found? Where is my ray of hope? At this point, I'm just hoping you stay single too. Then at least we can share each other's misery.
Thanks, Manuela. I, appreciate it.
I was born in Enbarr.
Were you?
My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
Yeah, she was. Now that I think about it. I mean, she just said so, but whatever. I'm guessing Sylvain is inside. Oh, no, I got it wrong.
He intends to speak to the Emperor? She's his stepsister, I know, but this seems risky.
You're against it?
I'm not. I'm sure he's thought it through.
Ah.
If the two can settle this diplomatically, that would be the best way out of this mess. No more bloodshed. Let's just hope he doesn't become so overwhelmed with emotion that he's unable to strike her down, should the need arise.
Alright. I suppose he is right, though, that it does seem awfully risky.
A moment, Professor. I've been thinking about how we've got our own ideas about justice. And so does the Empire. And what's coming? It's not just a battle between us and them. It's our ideals that are fighting. Whoever wins will say they were right, and the other side was wrong. And I get it. That's how it goes. But nobody's willing to talk or compromise. So we'll fight to the death to prove the other guy's wrong. It won't be an easy battle, but let's make sure we come back alive. Right, Professor?
Absolutely. So next. Yeah, let's throw in a tournament while we're here.
Okay. I'm thinking 10 years ago, Dagda and Bridget attacked the Empire from the west. Their final target was the capital. But they were countered at a port town long before they reached their destination. We spent a lot of time going back and forth, but at least we made it this far.
Alright, Ultimate Sword Tournament. I mean, Felix is obviously the guy for the job, but I wonder if I should reclass him for the purposes of this tournament. Maybe not. Alright. We'll go for it. We'll see what happens. Very rude, if you ask me, to let the enemy do 16 damage. Up for some evasion. Oh, not happening. Okay.
You haven't earned my pity.
Alright, he can survive this, and he might even get a dodge in. Let's see what happens.
You fought well.
Alright, I pushed it. Real far. Yeah, let's give him a nice heal. Move on. All he has to do is land 2 hits.
Alright, next.
And last, Immortal Savant. Okay. 2 to win, take 3 hits to lose.
You fought well.
Just not good enough. And the reward is a Master Seal, of course. So... we'll meet with Ingrid next.
Thank you. I'm so glad you were assigned to the Blue Lion House, Professor. We made it this far, thanks to your guidance and leadership. There's a bitter fight ahead, that much is certain. You have my lance.
We're counting on you, Ingrid.
Yes. Let's do this together.
Really are. She's got incredible mobility, so, you know, gotta take advantage of that. Okay. Ash. Probably hanging around. Oh, there he is.
Returning to the monastery brings back so many memories from 5 years ago. Hard to believe we only spent a year together here. So much happened that it felt a lot longer than that. But it was all so exciting, and so much fun. Honestly, I think those memories are what's kept me fighting this long. What was that year like for you, Professor?
It's horrible. I hated it. It was a lot.
I don't think I could ask for a better answer. Let's all do our best to survive this, so we can come back here when it's all over. I know that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, suppose now's as good a time as any to do some gardening. Harvest our crops. And I think I'll just leave it there. Maybe. Go say hi to the gatekeeper for the last time.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Momentum's really picking up for this final battle, huh? Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me! Enbarr's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire. It's one of the sacred sites of the Seros faith, so it's a pretty big deal. But hey, no need to worry about the Monastery while you're fighting the final battle. I've got it covered. I'll defend it to my last.
Better make sure it's not your last. Come on, buddy. Gotta keep you around. Have I talked to everyone? Oh, no. Have not. That is, and an adder. Probably up here. Yeah, they're both here. Figures.
We'll be heading for the capital soon. So much rests on this moment. Will the war really be over if we take the capital?
Definitely.
Yay! I'm sure it won't end right away, but that's still great news. I truly believe that a peaceful future is waiting at the end of all of this.
Appreciate your optimism.
I hope this is the final battle. Don't you, Professor? When the war is over, everyone will be busy with their own lives. But let's all meet up again someday. Right here at Garreg Mach. You, His Highness, my father, our monastery friends, the knights, everyone.
That's a great idea.
It was just a silly whim I had, but I really love it. Ooh, and I'll bake a bunch of desserts for it. Reunion sweets. All we have to do now is win. Let's get to it, Professor.
Alright, I think that's everyone for real now? Oh, wait. Cyril. Gotta talk to Cyril. Sorry, I forgot you, Cyril.
Whenever I think about how we'll be seeing Lady Rhea real soon, I get happy and really get cleaning. We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again?
Oh, for sure.
I just gotta believe Lady Rhea is waiting for us in the capital. We just have to find her.
Alright. I think that is for real everyone we can talk to. Alright, so that's the exploration done.